you're not very pretty, and you're not a hard worker. I just found black mold on the door in the bathroom. And black mold used to grow in the wall over there in that corner. And, my mother, she sprayed it with mold remover, she sprayed it with bleach, and then painted over it. And I don't believe it's gone. I don't believe you can get black mold removed that easily. And it's not seeping through the paint, but it was painted recently, like 2 years ago. So I don't know, I feel like I grew up in a house with black mold. And also, houses, gorgeous houses, in this town, not like close by, that were built around the same time as these houses were built. If I had a guess, the 60s or the 70s, like my parents lived in these houses. They didn't grow up in these houses, like from since they were young they lived in these houses, and that's like the 60s, 70s, 80s. So these houses have been here since the 60s, I think. And these other houses that were built around the same time, maybe even after, gorgeous, fucking gorgeous houses, which guess what, these houses, they're right in the middle of an intersection. Surrounding them is roads, and I know when those houses were built, there was no roads there, they built the roads around them. These gorgeous, beautiful houses were built surrounded by nature. Anyway, they found asbestos in them, so they had to tear them down, and now there's just, it's flat. The land there is flat. They tore down these houses about 2 months ago, and now it's a construction site that's flat. And I don't know what they're building, but they kept the little fences up, the gorgeous little fences with the painted white. It's not like a fence, it's like a barrier. It's a fence, but it's stone. It's like a stone fence with like a panel design. I'm not sure, I don't know the architectural terms, but it's painted white and they're gorgeous, and I know they're going to knock them down soon probably, but they left them up. Anyway, if houses built around the same time as these houses were built had asbestos in them, wouldn't that mean these houses also have asbestos in them? And another thing, when these houses were built, the houses on the other side of the street, if you buy that house and you're looking out your back garden and you see the view, you see farmland, you see grass, and you see farm animals, and you see nature. Now, if you're living in a house over there, what you see when you look at your back garden is the back of a home base. You see the back of a home base. A home base which is failing and closing down currently, but the building's not going to go away, the concrete's not going to go away, it's going to get replaced with something else probably. It's a home base. What used to be gorgeous, beautiful farmland was turned into a home base. Now if you look out the back of your window, you see the loading area of a home base, and you hear the trucks every single morning and night coming in and loading and unloading. You hear the beep, 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 and the opening of the loud giant fucking gates. It's like a and it's a scary noise. It sounds like War of the Worlds out there at 5 in the morning, at 6 in the morning. It sounds like War of the Worlds. It's a screeching noise and it's so fucking loud. And around 6 p.m, you can hear the intercom. You can hear the, when someone speaks through the microphone, like, can blah 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 please come to blah 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 blah, and it echoes through all of the houses. I'm sitting in my room, the door is closed, the windows are closed, they're locked, my curtains are closed, I'm sitting here, I'm typing, I'm doing whatever, and I can hear the intercom in the air. It's so fucking loud. I feel like it's not like grounds for a lawsuit. When the people bought those houses, they bought them because it was gorgeous, because the land was gorgeous. You would look at your back garden, you would see hills, you would see animals. Now you look at your back garden, you see concrete, you see the back of a Home Bargains, you see trucks coming in, loading, unloading, filling your house with smog, filling your house with unwanted noise. And there's black mold and asbestos. Why? I don't know. I feel this country was going through a lot in the 60s. They didn't have time to check for asbestos and black mold. And black mold's a thing that happens over time, I know, and the reason there's black mold in the bathroom is because my mother just put up like a cheap wooden door, and it's not varnished, it's not sealed, it's just wood. Of course it's gonna get moldy. What the fuck? Disgusting. It's disgusting. I watched Clueless earlier, and it made me feel sad, because Clueless is my favorite movie. But I never watch it because it makes me emotional, and I try to avoid feeling emotions. But I didn't even watch the movie. I just watched like a scene compilation on YouTube, and the scene was like greatest scene compilation, and it made me feel really really sad because I watched that movie every night in high school. If I was feeling sad, I would sit up and I'd watch Clueless, and I would put argan oil in my hair and I'd straighten it. So I watched these clips and I thought, and I felt motivated because Cher Horowitz is she's a very relatable character. She's a very relatable protagonist. I relate to her as a person, her like drive and her cluelessness. Like, she is me, I am her. I relate to her as a character. And she has this gorgeous hair, especially in that scene where she's taking her driving lesson, and she's like, her hair is like blowing in the wind, and I was so jealous of it. But in high school, like, I had that hair, so I would stay up, do my homework, watch this movie, and then I would, I just washed my hair, I put argan oil in it, and then I would straighten it, and it would have kind of like a blowout effect, and then I would sleep in it and go to school in it the next day, and I'd get so many compliments. People loved my hair. But now it's short and it's layered in this weird way, and I am growing it out, okay? I am growing it out, alright? I keep straight cutting it at the bottom because I'm growing out the layers, and then every so often I straight cut it at the bottom so that the layers can be at the same size, the same length. So as it grows down, it can be a little bit thicker because I don't want like the long strays. I feel like the strays, the like scene hair where you have like all the layers and you have thin layers down here, but then up here it's thick. Like, I already basically have that up here. But anyway, I put oil in my hair and I straightened it, but my hair is shorter, and also it's greasy, it's not washed. So I just felt really extremely fucking ugly. I felt so fucking ugly because I made my hair oilier, and then I straightened it, and I was just looking in the mirror like, oh, this isn't fixable. This isn't fixable. And I was just comparing, like, doing this in high school, I was living in this same house, but because I was a fucking high schooler, I had better hair. And my life was just better because you're young, you have optimism for the future, and now I feel old as shit. I feel dead as shit. I'm not pretty, and I'm not a hard worker. And it's late at night and I couldn't sleep, even though I'm so fucking exhausted. I'm so tired that I just earlier, like, my skin was like sagging downwards, and I just looked so older than I am and dehydrated because I was tired. And when I get tired, I just become this like ogre. And I need to wash my hair, so it's like the end. It's like it's over for me. What the fuck notification? I opened Snapchat. I never used Snapchat. I actually didn't think I had Snapchat, but I was with my niece, and she likes whenever you put like the filters on, and she can see herself with the filters on. So I opened Snapchat. I looked for my phone and I realized I had Snapchat. I had opened it in years, and because last week I opened Snapchat once, I get 10 notifications every hour on the hour. That's insane. That app is insane. And I can't delete it because I've like just family members on there. It's like the only way I can keep up with them, like my aunts and stuff. They post stuff on there, like on their story, and I'm like, wow, that's what they're doing. But I never actually look at it. It's just nice to have. And how much time has to pass before they stop showing me notifications, before they realize that I'm not using this app and it goes into hibernation. Anyway, it's late at night and I can't sleep, so I was up late watching YouTube. And whenever you're up late watching YouTube, like, I get recommended a bunch of weird stuff. And what I got recommended, what I was watching, was a compilation of the Kardashian like iconic moments from the show. And I don't watch the Kardashians, but it was like really relaxing. I was getting really, something's happened to, like, I don't know if it's what I'm like doing. I don't know if it's because I'm like stretching more and I'm doing yoga and I'm releasing tension in my hips and my ankles. But I've noticed whenever you look at a woman's face, there's like feeling of openness. It's like this open feeling. It's kind of like the ever-expanding universe being, it's like showing itself to you. But when you look at a woman's face, does that make sense? It's like I'm tripping balls, but I'm not. I'm completely sober. But something's happening where whenever I see a woman's face, I can look at it normally, or I can think, how does this make my soul feel, or like my spirit or something, and like open that part of my brain. And when I open that part of my brain, I can see like light emanating from their face. It's like opening up like a flower, like over and over and over and over and over again, like I'm fucking on acid or something, but I'm not. And whenever I look at a guy's face, it's kind of the opposite. They're kind of carrying a lot of tension. And there's just some women that have this like openness about their face that you're just like, wow, and it pulls you in. I don't know, I was like laying underneath my bed covers, and because this is something I've noticed recently, I was watching a lot of Drag Race content, and I was getting annoyed because there was no like female faces having that like effect, you know. I couldn't stop noticing the male presence even in these drag performers, except for whenever a trans woman takes hormones, their face starts getting this openness about them, and it's such like a welcome, like it's such a welcome presence. Men have their own vibe going on in the face. I haven't unlocked it yet, but to me it feels like the opposite of this openness. I just want, if you're transgender and you're watching, I just want to let you know that you totally have that vibe too. When your face becomes more feminine, it just has that more like openness. And you can be a masculine woman, you would still have that feeling like a flower opening up. I don't know, like an eye taking things in. Very poetic. Yeah, so I was like watching Drag Race compilations, trying to cheer myself up. But I don't know, I was just, maybe it's where I am in my fucking hormonal cycle. Everyone has a hormonal cycle, men and women. Men need to start acknowledging it more. Just because they don't have a part in their cycle where they're shedding their uterine lining. I don't know. By the way, I want to get that removed. Like, I wish I could go to a doctor and say, please remove my uterus or whatever. I don't even know female biology. I am a woman. I don't even know. Whatever part makes you get pregnant and have a menstruation, I'd be like, remove it, please. Please. I wish you could get that done for free. And in a way, because I know if you get that done, it fucks with your hormones. Is there a way to become infertile that doesn't fuck with your hormones and also you don't get a period? Please comment in my comments below. No, but I went from the Drag Race content to watching Kardashian moments, Kardashian compilation that was an hour long, and it had really annoying edits. It was by that channel, Offensive Tea, I think is what they're called. I've been watching their content lately. It's like brain rot content, but it's like optimistic. It's like, wow, my brain is rotting, but not in a sad way. The edits were really fucking annoying when I first watched it, but then, like, I don't know, 5 minutes in, I kind of stopped noticing them. My brain had become rotted. But I became transfixed on this video. I was laying under my on my bed sheets with my laptop sitting on my chest, and I was just kind of like staring at it. And these, like, because there was so much feminine energy, it was like drawing me in, this feminine energy, and it that's the end of my thought, I think. Oh yeah, but because it's late at night, YouTube, I've noticed YouTube recommends you weird things late at night. Or maybe I just click on weird things, I don't know, but after the 30-minute Kardashians moments compilation, it recommended to me Joan Crawford references throughout history compilation, and I clicked on that, and it was like it went from like actors performing as Joan Crawford in like the 70s and stuff to like drag performers performing as Joan Crawford, but it was like handheld video footage from the 80s in like a drag bar, which I thought, this is so niche and crazy. Maybe just to me, I don't know. I was born in 2001. Maybe handheld video recording footage, like I don't know. Whenever someone took that footage, whenever you take footage before the invention of the internet, you never expected it to be shared that way. Is that all of my thoughts this late at night? I feel like those were all of my thoughts, and these are all premeditated thoughts, by the way. I was like talking to myself like this to like a camera crew I had in my head, because I was like walking circles in my, I was talking to myself in the bathroom like this, and then I noticed black mold, and I was like, oh, I have to leave this bathroom, there's black mold all over the bathroom door. That's crazy. And if I bring it up to my mother, I keep saying mother like fucking mommy dearest, my mother. I call her mommy, but I can't say that on camera. Mommy. If I bring this up to mommy, she would tell me she would act like I'm being crazy. Like, oh, it's not that bad, it's just a mold. Okay, sure, whatever. Right, all of my thoughts here are being premeditated. Because I don't talk to myself out loud. I just kind of morph the words, like my thought. It's like, I'm alone, so why not make my thoughts just a little bit louder? Why not make my thoughts the focus of the evening? So I mouth my thoughts to myself. I don't say them. So I know some people say them out loud, like accidentally, but I'm too paranoid for that. I'm just like, I imagine a camera crew in front of me as I'm talking, because I'm a little bit iconic. And I've said everything I've said in this video to this imaginary camera crew before I hit record. So it seems spur of the moment, but it's not. I just looked at myself in the mirror. That's scary. Anyway. Do hair vitamins actually work? I don't think that they work. My hair used to grow fast and thick because of genetics. And I've been cutting it. I know that. That's why it's short. And also, I haven't washed it, so it looks thin. Because it looks thin when you don't wash it, and it's kind of all sucked together. There's no volume. And also, I have bangs, but they go too far back on my head. So a lot of my hair weight is being devoted to that. There's a lot of shit going on with my hair right now. What was I talking about? Right, hair gummies. Has anyone tried hair gummies? I feel like they don't work. Not gummies, like vitamins, like hair vitamin supplements. I keep seeing them, and I can't spend any more money this month. But if you give me a hair gummy or a hair supplement and said, this will work 100%, it will make your hair grow 2 times, not 2 times, like 1.1 times faster than it's currently growing, I probably would buy it. I would just take those expenses out of next month, which I already did whenever I bought that bag. But it's a really nice bag, so I don't know. And I buy these things and I'm like, do I deserve them? But I think my situation as it is currently shitty enough that I can validate any action in order to make myself feel better. You know, like... If anyone has any marijuana at home, I want you right now to light it, take a puff, pause this video right here, go light it, take a puff, come back, and blow to me through the screen, because I am desperate. I don't smoke. I haven't smoked weed in like 2 years. And I do believe it's bad for you, it's bad for me, it makes me paranoid, it's bad for your lungs. It's not as bad as alcohol, but it is addictive. If you are like me, it's not good for me, personally. But I really feel like right now I just need like 2 puffs, 2 tokes of someone's fucking blunt. Like I need to go to a party where they have weed and be like, hey, can I get a hit? And just get a hit and then go home and go take a nap. And then I'll be good for the next 2 years. That's what my body has been screaming at me for the past week. It's like I just really need like 1 hit of a joint. And I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it ever. I'm not gonna get it. I have no connection. Well, I do. But like I'm on a budget. I'm on a budget, and also I am not about to call those people. I'm not about to call those people because they're shitty people. And I'm not trying to have weed. I'm not trying to have drugs or alcohol. Maybe I should just get alcohol. Maybe I should go buy some beer. But I'm on a diet also. And I'm on a budget. I can't go buy alcohol. That's crazy. And it's negative. It has this negative aura to it. Well, you know what I could do instead? I could just sit here and breathe. My back has been so tense this week, and I don't know why. I think it's the way I'm sleeping. I haven't been getting good sleep. But when I lay on my back, I lay flat on my back. I remove the pillows from behind my head. That's what you're meant to do. And when you lay on your side, that's when you get a pillow so your neck's not like this. I do that. I lay on my side with my face on a pillow, and I lay in kind of like my head's like this, but then my body is like flipped over and this leg is like way in front. Like I sleep very akimbo. But my head's on a pillow. I feel like my back shouldn't be as sore as it is. And I do sit at that chair and work. I make videos and paint. I can't make an Etsy. Listen, I can't spend any more money this month. It's what date is it, bitch? It's the 18th. Yesterday was the 17th, which was St. Patrick's Day. Which I forget every year, and I only knew it was St. Patrick's Day this year because it's on the calendar. I have a calendar this year. It's the first year I bought a calendar, and it's on my wall. Crazy, crazy shit. I'm so I'm trying to be optimistic right now. I'm trying to open my mind. Because I am a woman, and apparently I have that openness within me. Apparently, my third eye is telling me that women radiate this radiation. So I have it apparently, even though I feel like a goblin, gremlin, Do I radiate? Is my face open? Is it shining? It feels closed off and anxious. Like I look into my eyes and I just see like a million thoughts a second, and it's not a very welcoming gaze. It's intense and it's scary. I don't think I have that, like, the radiation. I'm too anxious. There's something that needs to be released within my body. There's like a weight currently holding my mind back, and I don't know what the weight is. Or maybe I do, and I'm ignoring it. And I'm not sure what it is, though. Maybe I'm lonely. I'm definitely lonely. Maybe it's a fear that no one will ever understand me. Which... everything can be humor. Everything can be laughed at. Some thoughts hold a lot of weight. But it's not a real weight. There's no real importance to anything. There's no real seriousness. Seriousness isn't a real thing. It's, you make it up. You apply it to things you think should be serious. So just like thoughts and fears within the context of reality, they're just within the mind. It's a mind battle. So when I say something like, I fear I will never be understood, I know that's fear talking. I know that's experience talking, ridicule from the past talking, and the fact that I'm currently living in a house with people who I don't mix well with. And there's the fear of never evolving, the fear of not moving forward, the fear of failure and hopelessness. I'm trying to smile, but the lighting, I guess if I look this way. But my dry skin and my tired, like, face muscles and the lighting is making my smile look crazy. Like, it's highlighting my chin, it's highlighting my teeth. I was just stretching my mouth. You know how I do. This tension is being held in my spine and in my jaw, I've noticed, and in my head. And in, you know. I've been looking for a pair of shoes because I need a new pair of shoes. And I want to wear, I always, so street fashion. I can never just say I need a new pair of shoes, I'm going to go get a new pair of shoes, I find a pair of shoes I like and I buy them. It's not that simple. I have to go through everything. And here is everything. High fashion is about looking unattainable. It's about being fancy. It's about being above. It's about being more. Street fashion is about looking as casual as possible. All these micro trends on the internet, it's about emulating this air of casualness. You see a character on TV, people on TikTok, they see characters on children, I should say teenagers, not people of TikTok, teenagers. You see this iconic casual character on TV wearing jeans and a t-shirt. And then that becomes a style, that becomes a vibe, but you have to do it in the way that this certain character does it, as like a reference. Which to me is crazy. I dress for my body type and within my coloring. Currently what I'm wearing doesn't fit my body type. This is a boys' children's t-shirt. Because I saw it in the store, it came in a 2-pack, and I thought, nice. And the other one, I cropped it. Maybe I cropped it a little bit too short. This one isn't cropped. I want to embroider something in it because I can't just wear plain like this. I'm not a Kardashian. My style, my personal essence, it doesn't vibe with plain clothing, unbranded. Like I need a logo. I need, not like a logo, but I need like something to kind of judge it up a little. Like, well, currently it's covered in hair because I trimmed my hair a little bit, but like I'm gonna need to like embroider something in it to have a little flair. 20 pieces of flair or whatever. Jennifer Aniston. What was I talking about? Shoes. Jennifer Aniston has like a really open face. I just want to put that in there. It's like really like, wow. Like, shoo, like meditation music. Insert her face right here with like meditation music. It's like opening, It totally strengthens your yang. I'm sitting here talking about semi-spiritual, is it spiritual to just acknowledge the concept of, what is it? I say third eye. I guess that's what you could call it, but because I'm sitting in a dark room and I'm speaking softly, I could very easily be branded as an unintellectual. Because I'm acknowledging these human truths. If I sat here and I talked about Christianity, that would also be psycho, I guess. I understand the need for human religion. What I'm talking about isn't religion. People keep trying to compare this like third eye human spirituality with a religion, and it's just not. Pseudoscience may be an element in it, but it's really it's psychological. It's psychological. It's in the brain. It's not pseudo. Anyway, what was I talking? Shoes. So street fashion is about looking casual as possible. So when I'm looking for a shoe that suits my body type. Hard to find because I like to mix masculine and feminine elements. And every shoe that suits my body type is this tiny little feminine dainty thing. And I like masculinity in my shoes. I like pairing a masculine shoes with a skirt and black tights. Like, feminine leg, feminine high waist, small waist, short skirts, masculine shoe, masculine cropped top, maybe a masculine coat, and like a statement bag. No jewelry, unless I'm wearing like rings on my fingers. Hands only, like rings, maybe a bracelet. Nothing up here. Mixing the masculine and the feminine, maybe like a feminine updo, like buns, like double buns, or like two fishtails. Mixing the masculine and the feminine, the oversized with the cropped. And I like my shoes to veer on the masculine side, which I'm going to show you my shoes. These shoes, I really like them because they have a lot of paneling, okay? There's a panel here, contrast with the white. Outside stitching is more intricate details that matches my kibby type. You've got contrast Julius, you've got the white bit on the end. The Chanel. I keep bringing up Chanel. This side has a logo on it. It's kind of smeared. It doesn't matter. Just like a black, I think it's black, it might be dark blue undersole, but then this bit's blue, and this bit matches like the stitching, and this is beige, it's not white, okay? And this is blue. It's I feel like someone designed shoes for me. And this, it's white, but it's not just plain white, which I think is too much. It has these little ribs in it. And this contrast belt going around. And look at the eyelets. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't white, it's beige. There's a whole lot of paneling, contrast stitching, outside stitching, segments. There's a lot of details. just for a simple shoe. And the reason this shoe is masculine instead of feminine is because it's a flat shoe. It's a flat shoe, it's not a heel. It's kind of like it is very feminine, I'm being honest. But the type of shoe it is boyish. It's just a flat shoe. It's what do they call this name for them? I'm thinking Converse in my head. A canvas shoe, I suppose. And then my other shoes, it's a winter boot. All brown. I love the detail of the, like, kind of like military style hardware going on here. And then up here you have like these little hoops. This is kind of feminine, but it's chunky, which is a masculine element. It has details, this belt-like thing in the back. It's a masculine shoe, but obviously it's made for a woman. It's a woman's shoe, obviously. That's not what I mean. Boots, winter boots, they're kind of like a masculine element, but it's not chunky. Notice how these shoes aren't chunky. They're very feminine. Despite being, I don't know, these could be men's shoes. It's a big brown boot. It's a big brown boot. It has these masculine details going on here. It's all brown. I've been looking for a boot like this, but with a heel and with detailing found in this shoe. You know what I mean? Like similar level of detailing. This doesn't really have much. It's all brown. I need some kind of a contrast panel, and I need a heel, and I need it to not go above my ankle. I would love for it to go above my ankle, really, because I love the ankle support. I have weak ankles personally. I've been working on that. I've been walking in my tippy toes, and it feels great. It's really like rejuvenating to have ankle muscles again. I forget to work them out, and I'd be wearing these flat shoes all day, and it's my ankles give in. I don't really those are my only two shoes. I have a third pair of shoes. I'll show you. This is my third pair of shoe. It's beige. It has this kind of gray, barely noticeable. This, I need a burp. This is like a quilted kind of pattern. I'm obsessed with patterns in fabric. It's kind of like a quilted soft design. Beige. And I liked it because it looked casual, it looked effortless, it looked like, that's a shoe. That's a shoe. I currently don't have any insoles. There's no insole in there. The one that it came with fell out. I replaced it, but then I put the insole in these shoes for extra support. And these ones, it's hard, it's rock solid. It's just the base of the shoe. I've been wearing these for a while. They're not worn out. This isn't a shoe review. So, okay, I've been looking for a pair of shoes. And I do need new trainers, but like running shoes, sports shoes. These are really casual. I do not like bulky shoes. I don't like my feet looking big. I just don't. I have my size 5 foot. And I don't like chunky shoes. I have 3 pairs of shoes, by the way, and like this is it. And the snow boots, which I'm self-conscious about wearing the snow boots recently because I feel like they're too chunky clunky. Which is like a crazy fear to have. Looking chunky clunky. I don't know. I've been looking for a new pair of shoes because I need a new pair of shoes, and I don't know if the new pair of shoes I'm looking for is like a boot with a heel, which I can't find. I've been scouring the internet for the past week, trying to find something that even comes close to my idea of a good shoe. I can't find it. These are from Shein. Bought like a year ago on Shein. Because I was looking through the internet and they came up and I thought, these are fucking perfect. These are also from Shein, by the way. They're still, the soles aren't even worn down. They're really good shoes and they look good too. I mean, that brand is probably killing probably millions of people per day. That's a fault of the system. What was I saying? Don't think about global politics. Don't think about it. Just don't think about global politics. Would Cher Horowitz think about global politics? Yes, she would. And she would do something about it, probably. Something small. She would donate money to like I really want to go on like Greenpeace. Greenpeace have people going out on boats to collect trash. I want to be one of those people. Maybe that will release the tension in my back and on my jaw. I want to be one of those people going out there on the boats collecting trash. I can't swim. I'm scared of the ocean. Everyone's scared of the ocean. It's scary. Sorry, I was thinking about how they're like designing cells, like single-celled organisms, designed for cleaning up trash, and they're made from like heart muscles or heart tissue or whatever. But then I realized I don't know enough about that subject to speak on it. I just remember seeing a video about it a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, a while ago, and it freaked me the hell out because they're going to release these into the ocean. And I don't know. I'm not really sure what I saw. If I saw what I think I saw, there are scientists somewhere creating living like robots made out of heart tissue, things like, and they don't control them, but they do the kind of this motion or whatever over and over again. The muscles contract. They're these little globs, and all they do is contract their muscle that they are, and they're going to release them into the ocean, and they're going to keep contracting their muscles, which is going to make them swim, and they're going to swim in a way that's going to collect all the garbage and put it into one area, and then they're going to clean it up. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, and maybe I imagined this video that I watched. It seems like AI slop, but this was before the AI slop. 100%. This was before. There was a real guy and a real computer and a real cell, a real organism in a thing, man-made, and he was like, this is what it is, this is what it does. And I was grossed out. We can't do stem cell research, but we can do whatever this is. Sure, whatever. Lady Gaga. I'm a short person. Lady Gaga's a short person. She wears heels everywhere. And she wears like Louboutins. She wears like expensive fucking heels everywhere. And I thought I could be someone who wears heels casually. No, I could not. I'm not that feminine. You know, I put on a heel, I feel ridiculous. I feel like I'm playing a person that I'm not. And I am a girl, and I am feminine, but not in a footwear category. I have a very specific mix of shoes. I don't know if it's from some kind of childhood trauma with like going to school that had a uniform or something, but something about me is just like I maybe it's just not casual enough, and streetwear is about being casual. This is casual. This isn't chunky clunky. It doesn't bring attention to itself. It's easy breezy steezy is what it is. It's a perfect shoe. Maybe not for me. Some people would disagree about that. This is casual. Perfect for me also. It's versatile. It's the most versatile shoe I have. I saw these really nice shoes. They were like a gingham pattern. Oh, but every time I find a shoe that I like, I'm like scrolling the internet for nice shoes, and every time I find a shoe that I like, it's always like £400. But I have expensive taste, apparently. Apparently I have expensive taste. In my mind, these look expensive. I don't remember how much they were. They're probably like £12. But don't they look like expensive? Like, not like expensive, but like, if I didn't buy these from like my local like grocery store, like I buy grocery store shoes. I've always bought grocery store shoes. And even grocery store shoes are a little too expensive. Like, I bought a bag that was £50, and that's the most I've ever spent on a piece of clothing, I think. £50. I maybe bought multiple pieces of clothing at once that cost £50. You know, I shop at the sale racks. I buy children's clothes in, like, Poundland, which is the UK equivalent of a dollar store. I see these cute little dresses for, like 14-year-olds. And I cut them. I cut them and I crop them and I turn them into cute tops. Currently, I can't fit into any of the ones that I made because I've gained weight and I'm currently fat. And I keep bringing this up in every episode, in every video, but somehow it keeps being relevant. That's negative. That's like a negative spiral of into that like thought right now. I need a good night's sleep. I need a shower. A shower. In my accent, I say shower. Okay, shower. One word. Shower. Well, it's not one syllable. It's like shaw. I need a shower. Thank you. A shower. I need to go for a shower, and then that's about it. I just need a good night's sleep and a shower, and like, maybe I should buy alcohol. Maybe sometimes it's okay. But here's the thing though. Everyone in my family is an alcoholic, and I in the past have been an alcoholic, and I'm a sociopath. I'm just good with that. I have sociopathic traits, so I'm very in control. In a way that, like, I would be aware of addictive thoughts happening and I just would ignore them. It's like sociopathy, but not used in a negative way. It's like I use it for good. I use it for good. It's neglect of my emotional state a lot of the times, and it's dissociation from reality a lot of the times. Also, it's like I'm just gonna like things are happening over here in my brain, and I'm like, I'm just gonna be over here. I'm just gonna be over here partying, and I'm aware of both sides at once, multiple sides at once. It's like most of the time I'm having like a panic attack. At all times I'm having a panic attack, but I'm ignoring it. And at all times, there's a part of my mind that's experiencing everything from every perspective imaginable. It's like I'm up here looking down, but I'm also down here looking up, all at the same time. So it's constantly happening. It's like an ongoing anxiety attack, and I'm just ignoring it. That's what I meant by that. It's like my eyes are on every single wall at once, watching myself and watching the room in this kind of disassociative fugue, but I'm also my body. It's like disassociation, but I'm still connected to this. It's everything at once. It's everything everywhere all at once. It's a sociopathic detachment. I don't know. And it's fun. It's fun. What was I talking about? Right, yeah. Alcohol's bad. That's what. And I hate having alcohol around me because it reminds me of every single alcoholic within my family. It's just stinky in me. It's stinky. Stinky. And I'm still living here with my family, you know. I'm still living here within that environment, and it sucks. You know, I still wake up on Saturday morning and I go downstairs and there's beer spilled everywhere and there's alcohol cans sitting everywhere and everyone's like hungover and being annoying. My fucking parents acting like they're partying. And I'm still here as an adult. I left and then I had to move back. I'm still here as an adult and they're still partying. So like that's negative association with alcohol. That's negative association with alcohol. There was a time where I had to get drunk to do anything because you know me, you know I'm anxious. I remember once I did like 3 shots before I walked my dog. I was just thinking about like what time was it? It must have been the morning because I hadn't eaten. Because that drink like hit me hard when I was walking. And all of a sudden I was just walking my dog, you know, listening to music, and every single person I was walking past, I felt like they were against me. I could feel this negative aura emanating from them, and either everyone had, it was like, I think it was like Sunday too, because it was old people leaving the church. Like, if you don't know, I live in Moralton. I live in Moralton from Moral Oral. Like, I live in Moralton from Moral Oral. So it was like older people leaving church in their church clothes, fancy as fuck. Maybe they were emanating a negative vibe. But me, you know, a little bit drunk, I just felt like they were looking at me weird. Maybe they were. I wasn't physically drunk. I'm very good practice at acting. I've very good practice at acting sober. So, you know, I was just walking, I had sunglasses on, it was kind of bright outside. And I just felt like they were looking at me weird. And I remember thinking, like, I shouldn't have drank before I left the house. But the thing about being like detached is that like I'm very self-conscious because I feel like I can control everything about myself. And whenever I can't, like whenever I lean back like this, and all of a sudden it looks like I have a very big head and very tiny shoulders. It does, right? It does. Instead of finding that, well, I do find it funny. I do find it funny because I find it funny laughing at myself, but it's like in a mean way. Like I do it in a mean way, and you can tell because there's nothing but tenseness behind my eyes. There's nothing but tenseness behind my eyes. Look. It's severe. My pupils are big because I'm in a dark room. I want to make that clear. Losers. I feel like I can control everything about myself, and so the fact that my hair isn't gorgeous and my face has been looking kind of weird recently is because I've been dieting. Whenever you diet, do you get fatter? I feel like I'm getting fatter. I feel like my arms have gotten so much fatter. Maybe I'm losing only muscle mass. Maybe I'm only losing muscle mass. Is that a possibility? That doesn't happen unless you're fasting, right? I'm not fasting. I'm just on a calorie deficit. I should be losing fat. And I'm moving, you know. I didn't move before. I didn't have a lot of muscle. So my body should be preserving the muscle and eating the fat, but there could be a chance it's just doing the wrong thing, you know. Everyone's different. My body could just be eating my muscle. Maybe that's why I do like a little bit fatter. You know, I do. There's no way around it. Or maybe I'm just really tired because I could just be really fucking tired and that makes me look ugly and dehydrated and old. Well, this was fun. I bought these, you can call it lace. You can call it a silk lace cover, tablecloth, whatever you want. It's not. Because I realized it doesn't look expensive, it looks cheap. I realized it looked really, really cheap. Earlier today I was looking at it. And I thought, this doesn't elevate the appearance of it. Well, it actually does elevate the appearance of the room a little bit. But if you look at it for more than 1 second, you realize it's netting. It's polyester. It's a polyester fishing net. It's not lace. It's a polyester fishing net. Someone left their stockings. Someone left their fishnet stockings on the fucking thing That's what that is. Loops. Holes. That's not lace. Because I have expensive taste, apparently. I think that's just because everything's made cheaply these days, and everyone seems to have lost their mind and is buying all their furniture on Amazon. My bedside table's a cardboard box. You're sitting on a cardboard box right now. This is a lamp I painted myself. I bought for £1. It's a little dark because it was left on for like a couple hours. If you leave it on for a couple hours, it dims. Like I said, I bought it for £1. It's bright when you first turn it on, and I painted it myself so it could look better. What was the train of thought I was having with this? I don't know. Point is, everyone's lost their damn minds and is buying all their furniture off of Amazon, and apparently, every affordable thing is garbage. The only thing I can afford is garbage. And people who can afford more than this slop that fast fashion is throwing at them are still buying all their furniture on Amazon and Temu. What's wrong with you? But because I can see the difference and I value things that actually look good, that apparently in the modern era is expensive taste. So, I mean, these look good, and they were probably like £14. I don't know, I don't remember. Awesome, these are awesome shoes, but I need something. I want fancy shoes. I want heels. I want to be tall, but I can't wear casual heels. Someone's out there right now using the bathroom, and that